रूपेण संस्थिता नमः तस्यै नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमः तस्यै नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुरूपेण संस्थिता नमः तस्यै नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमः तस्यै नमो नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै नमः नवदुर्गे नमः महाकाली महासरस्वती महालक्ष्मी नमः श्री माँ वागेश्वरी माताये नमो नमः हरि ओम ओम द्यो शांति अधिरक्ष शांति पृथ्वी शांति राप शांति लोकदय शांति वनस्पतः शांति शांति विश्वेया शांति ओम शांति ब्रह्म शांति सर्वभूत शांति शांतिरेव शांति क्षमा शांति शांतिरेधि ओम शांति ओम शांति.
Thank you. Please remain upstanding as I call upon Harish Kumar Pak for another prayer.
सर्वने जय जिनेन्द्र, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय माताजी. આજનો આજની જે ક્ષણ છે, જેને ડિગ્રી લીધી છે, જે ઉપાસના કરી છે મેળવવા માટે, અને આજે દેવોની કૃપાથી આજે સરસ મજાનું વેકેશન છે. સાથે બધા મનોજભાઈ ને તમે મળતા હોય, સાઈનાબેન ને પણ મને અમારા વ્યવહાર છે, અને જે ભાઈઓને ડિગ્રી મેળવી છે તો ઉત્તમ ક્ષણ છે લોકો માટે. અને આપ લોકોના સાનિધ્યમાં front of you today's great day and great event. So we pray Navkar mantra, Jainism. Om Namo Harihantanam, Om Namo Siddhanam, Om Namo Ayariyanam, Om Namo Ubzayanam, Namo Loe Sav Sahunam, Eso Panchana Mukaro, Sauva Pavapanasano, Mangalanancha Sauveshim, Padhamam Avai Mangalam, Padhamam Avai Mangalam, Padhamam Avai Mangalam. Sarvamangalam Sarvakalyana Pradhanam Sarvadharmanam Jainam Jayati Sasanam, Jainam Jayati Sasanam. Bolo Sri Maheshwar Bhagavan ki. Om Shanti.
Thank you. You may all be seated. It is now my privilege to call upon the Commissioner, Dr. Manoj to introduce the head table, share his welcome remarks, and introduce to you our chief guest this evening.
Thank you very much, Dr. Soyam. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw a mask thrown away just up there in front of me, and I've been staring at it since the time I took my chair. I also took out my mask, and since this afternoon and this morning, I cannot share with each and every one of you how happy and elated I feel. I went to 10 dustbins to try and throw my mask, but my heart never allowed me to throw it, and I kept on putting it back in my pocket. The last 2 years have trained us like military, to wear our mask at all times and put them in our pockets. But ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, I feel so happy and privileged that today, after an absence of almost 2 years, having attended so many functions, events, I'm able to see your faces and able to look at you right in the eye. Isn't it wonderful? And most importantly, to all our ladies who have come here this evening, please don't worry, no mask, put your best makeup and dress like a queen. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the United Graduate College and Seminary International, I wish to warmly welcome each and every one of you to the conferment ceremony of two very dynamic and visionary leaders, Manoj Pattni and Shaina Shah. These are the two leaders that are going to be honored this evening for their outstanding contribution to humanity, for the dedication and devotion that they have given over the past almost 2 decades to serving humanity in one and many ways. And we are so privileged that this evening, amongst the alumni who have joined to honor these two very distinguished people are none other than Dr. Manilal Godia, who is the ambassador of I Change Nations. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Manilal Godia. And not to forget our newest, just 24 hours old, Dr. Soyam Shah. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, I would like to pay a special tribute to a personal family friend of mine, a mentor to me for the past 1 decade, a person that I've looked upon as I have developed myself in many different spheres of community service. And to this man, I pay the greatest tribute in front of each and every one of you, and would like to introduce our chief guest of honor, the Chancellor of the United Graduate College and Seminary, Professor Sir Clyde Rivers. Let's put our hands together. And to introduce such a dynamic personality, I would like to start off by sharing a quote with all of you. And the quote, "Greatest work in the world is giving somebody hope." And this is the quote that is written by none other than Sir Clyde Rivers. Ladies and gentlemen, it is only 8 months ago that His Excellency received one of the highest accolades that any individual on the earth can ever receive, and that is the title of King. And when I talk about King, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency has been officially enthroned as King Ogokeyaman Kobina Amisa in the Kingdom of Ghana in West Africa, and he's the king of a small kingdom in Ghana now. Isn't that wonderful? Talking about my mentor, and the first time that I met him more than a decade ago, and what he shared with me, it was almost love at first sight when our minds met and he talked to me about the golden rule. He is the champion of golden rule in the whole world, and he is the initiator of I Change Nations. And the philosophy of golden rule is treat others the way you want to be treated as well. And this was the time that our bonds of friendship met and we initiated the work of ICN and the Golden Rule here in Kenya and in many parts of Africa. And over the last 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency has taken the Golden Rule and ICN to more than 152 countries around the world. It's only 2 days ago since His Excellency arrived into our lovely country of Kenya, and he arrived from the country of Burundi. And you are one of the first people to hear this great news that His Excellency, Professor Sir Clyde Rivers, has been appointed as the Honorary Ambassador at large for the Republic of Burundi, appointed by none other than His Excellency, the President of Burundi. Sir Clyde Rivers is also the acting representative to the United Nations, New York, for the Interfaith Peacebuilding Initiative and the United Nations Department of Public Information. He is a recipient of many awards and accolades, and if I share them with you this evening, many of you may miss your dinner. But nevertheless, I just want to share with you that he has been recognized by the President of the United States, who has given him one of the highest awards in the United States of America, and it is the Presidential Life Achievement Award for contributing over 4,000 hours of serving the nation and humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, under the sound of applause. One of the things working with my mentor that I found out that he has a passion for books. And over the last many years, he has authored and co-authored more than 50 different books all over the world. And while he has done this, he strongly believes in sharing his experience, wisdom, and knowledge with the world at large. More so, he has created opportunities for many others to share their voice with the world. And those of you who have read my biography that I launched recently, 1 in a Million, I'm only indebted to my mentor, His Excellency Sir Clyde Rivers, for inspiring me 4 years ago by telling me, Dr. Shah, you have a great story to tell the whole world. Why don't you put it in the book? And I scratched my head and I told him, how do I do this? He told me, very simple, give me 24 hours and I will tell you how. And he came up with the first foreword of my book, 1 in a Million. And that foreword has been written by none other than His Excellency. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for inspiring me to write my biography, 1 in a Million. Ladies and gentlemen, I could go on and on and on, sharing great things about this great man. But as we evolve into the program this evening, you will certainly hear from him and be inspired and motivated by his words of wisdom. He is a world-class leader who has shared various platforms with other global leaders, advocating for civility and working to change and shape the world. With these few words, ladies and gentlemen, please join me with a thunderous round of applause as I invite His Excellency, King Professor Clyde Rivers to address this conference.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shaw. That's a tough act to follow. Thank you. I'm honored to be in your presence today. What a good day when we have the chance to come and honor people for good. As we started I Change Nations, I realized one thing was taking place in the world. There was more of a culture that looked to pull people down than lift people up. And I have a simple philosophy. There's 7.8 billion people in the world, and God didn't make any mistakes with any one of them. So we have to, as a people, we have to realize that everyone that is born has a positive contribution to bring to the world. So my philosophy, and the reason why I travel around the world, is to tell people, you have no idea the power of the person next to you. 1 in a million. Who would have ever thought one man could impact the world like Dr. Manoj Shah? One man. Dr. Dodium, one man that's impacted the world. And we're so honored to have our newest doctor. She's an all-star. She's the best, not in Kenya, she's the best in the world. Give her a big hand, please. And Dr. Manoj Shah, everywhere I go, I tell the world, the best humanitarian in the world is Dr. Manoj Shah. And I believe that, and you're honored to have this man with you. Now, as a graduate college and seminary, as a chancellor, I've created a different concept for education. And when you hear it, it makes common sense. We believe at United Graduate College and Seminary, if we can find the top people to honor in the world that have created brand new systems with their ideas, those people should be recognized as doctors as well. Research is one thing, but don't forget the one that brought the idea into existence. The one that creates the idea is as valuable as the one that goes to school and does the research. Bill Gates, Microsoft, went to Harvard and had the vision for a computer. And they talked him out of his mind, and he left and he created a computer, and now Harvard uses what he created. Another concept for us to all think about. Never devalue the idea that's put inside of you. That idea has value for the entire world. Now, to our two candidates. Man, Manoj, that guy's a hero. I heard his story, I was overwhelmed. I said, there's no way a man that lost his sight is as positive, impacting the world. I don't know of a person like this man in the entire globe. And you have the privilege of being with him to see him. He's so positive that I was sitting next to him and I was getting the enthusiasm of his heart sitting next to him. And he was telling me that he is so blessed. And you're going, wow, what kind of a life has he lived to understand how blessed he is? But what he understands is he understands mankind. Just because you're on top today doesn't mean you'll be there tomorrow. And please never forget who God created, they're valuable. Every person in the world has value to us. And then Jana Shaw, my goodness, when people are at the end of their lives, to have a woman that's a hero, that makes sure they have life, they aren't people that you can just throw away because they're older. You made a commitment with your life to make people's lives better. I travel the entire world, but I always love coming to Dr. Manoj Shah because I find the best people in the world with Dr. Manoj Shah. Thank you for keeping our institution excellent. And the MC, would you stand up, please? What an excellent young lady you are. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Thank you. Jana Shaw, would you please stand up? This is a woman that serves with everything within her. As you have the chance to be around her, her spirit is just so generous. And Gina, I'm so happy every time I get a chance to be in your presence. You are a blessing to us all. Thank you so much. And I turn you over to Soyam Shaw, one of the best in the world, and candidates, you have qualified. First, I want to share one more thing. I've honored 30 presidents, first ladies, or prime ministers with the honorary degree you have. One of our recipients was Kenneth Kaunda, the former president of Zambia. One was Joaquim Chissano out of Mozambique, a gentleman that turned power over early. Pierre Nkurunziza, the former president of Burundi. We have leaders. Matter of fact, our last recipient was Jonathan Kufuor, the former president of Ghana. All have been a recipient of the award you have. And I want to state something. We can never lower the bar. When you reach for the top of the world and you honor world leaders, everyone you honor with that degree has to be of that caliber. And Dr. Manoj Shaw keeps us at that caliber. Thank you so much.
This is indeed a great honor to hear this astonishing and inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for His Excellency Professor Sir Lloyd Rivers. To introduce our first candidate for conferment of humanitarian degree, we have with us someone who has had the rare privilege to be under his wing since birth until today is still awed by him. With all his passion and dedication in his personal, professional, and philanthropic life. That young lady, our MC, please welcome his beautiful daughter, Janki Pattni, to introduce our first candidate, Manoj Pattni.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, once again. His Excellency Professor Sir Lloyd Rivers, our distinguished guests here at this table, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to you all. I don't know where to start. I was asked to introduce this gentleman today, whom I call my dad. It's beyond words to explain or to describe who he is to me and how special he is to me. Few words will not do any justice to his work, to the person that I call my dad. This night will be very short. If I sat here, as Dr. Manoj Shah said, we probably might miss dinner, we'll all sit here the whole night. But just to put it in a nutshell, I'd like to tell you all about my dad and his achievements. I'm sure you've all read all about him on your table, the leaflets of his work, of all that he's achieved over years. But today I want to share something as a daughter, the person I know him as. We all say the charity begins at home, and my dad lived by that philosophy. And he trained us and imbibed in us this philosophy that nobody is below you or above you. We are all one and the same. With that, he always used to encourage us, and he always used to tell us that if you can make a difference in somebody's life, that it will be an achievement, not the A-star that you will bring. We worked hard at school. We worked hard when we came home. But it gave us great accomplishment during holidays when my dad used to encourage us to use our holidays wisely. So, as everybody else in class would be going for holiday camps or would be going for lavish holidays, I would be coming from morning with a couple of friends. There's a beautiful school across the road, Irish Primary School, that my dad had adopted almost about 20 years ago. And we used to come and spend our day at the school. We used to reweed the gardens, plant new trees, plant new flowers, clean the library, rearrange the books in the manner we would think it's best. And we would arrange the whole library again and spend the whole day like that. And then to celebrate our achievement, my friends and I would then go out. But this is what we used to do on our holidays. When I grew up to go to my highest education, and when I was choosing the university that I wanted to be in, I was given an option to go abroad, to stay home. There were lots of opinions people gave to say that you need to go out, you need to experience the world, you need to experience the freedom, the independence, you'll be somebody else. But I chose to stay home, not because I was told to, but because I had a special connection, which I didn't feel till much later, that this is home. And I joined the local university, that is University of Nairobi, and I pursued my degree here. When I came in the middle of the local community, that is when I realized that it was a reminder that we are all one and the same. We travel together. I'd never in my life traveled in a matatu before. But because I was so nervous, I called my dad and I said, the drive is not coming and I need to catch my class. My lecturer is at the other end of the town. I was at main campus and my class was changed to Riverside Drive. The only way I could make it was either to catch matatu or to walk underground. I never knew there was a tunnel under the university highway. I discovered it at university. I went and I called him, I said, what do I do? He said, who are you with? I said, I'm with my university friends. Then you're fine, go ahead, catch your class. You have the means, go with the matatu. And I went. Unfortunately, I didn't get a matatu because it was peak hour, but we walked under the tunnel and we walked across to Riverside Drive. And that is what my dad is. He always encouraged and he always put us out there to say that you can do it. You don't need any help. You don't need anybody to pamper you and say that, I will do it for you. All my journey through up to now, he's made me the person I am because of his philosophies and because of what he truly believed in. I will go on and on, but I would like to now present to you my dad, today who we call Mr. Manoj Pattni, to all of you. Thank you.
Can I please request Manoj Pattni, Varsha Pattni, Sir Clyde Rivers, Dr. Manoj, and Dr. Manila to please come down in the front.
We're honored again to honor a man with the top title in the world as a doctor. And I truly believe the work that he's done, he has a curriculum on the inside of him that can help people overcome challenges of this world. And to have a man with this positive attitude that's giving back with evidence and results. Everything he's done is evidence and results. So we're honored to bring him in as a doctor for our International Graduate Conference.
Pattni.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, the golden moment. Dr. Manoj Pattni is going to be presented with this certificate of conferment. And for the information of all of you here this evening, I would like to read the citation on this certificate. The United Graduate College and Seminary International hereby confers upon Manoj Kumar Dullabdas Pattni the honorary degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Humanities. This is being awarded by the United Graduate College and Emissary, together with all rights, privileges, and honors appertaining here to, and in consideration of excellence in governance of the College of Christian Education Department, which is a fully accredited member of the Worldwide Accreditation Commission of the Christian Educational Institutions in the United States of America. The testimony is hereof, and the signatures as authorized by the Board of Directors are hereunto affixed this 11th day of March in the year 2022 and signed by none other than the Chancellor, His Excellency, Professor Sir Clyde Rivers.
Dr. Manoj.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, as the doctorate has been presented, I would like to request Manoj Pattni to repeat after me the oath of the doctorate. I, Manoj Pattni,
I, Manoj Pattni,
hereby accept this honorary doctorate
this honorary doctorate
conferred upon me. I solemnly pledge that I shall strive hard to live up this standard of excellence, to elevate the mind, strengthen character, and to serve mankind and my country to the best of my ability. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Manoj Pattni. Put your hands together. Let's have a family picture. And one last photo with the immediate family. Now let's change. Right. Everybody put your hands together for Dr. Manoj.
Please take your seat. I would now like to let me take this opportunity to congratulate once again Dr. Manoj Pattni on his conferment and wish him all the best in his future endeavors. At this juncture, I would like to call upon Manoj Pattni to come and address us.
United Graduate College and Seminaries International, Your Excellency, Professor Sir Clyde Rivers, Dr. Manoj Shah, Dr. Manilal Bhojia, Dr. Soyam Shah, and all the invited guests. Wow. I just can't believe it's happening. Your Excellency, couple of days since I came to know this, it all sounded like a dream. Up to a little while ago, it was still like a dream. Until Varsha came and told me something in my ears. I thought, no, this can't be a dream now because she's there. My wife doesn't come in my dreams. Your Excellency, most of my work and for what I have been honored today, for first, I accept it in the name of the Lord. And sir, thank you for selecting me and my partners in service, Dr. Shah, Dr. Manilal, Dr. Manoj Shah. Thank you all for always guiding me. I'm hit by a little amnesia for a while. I mean, I'll recover soon. As I was preparing for today, for a couple of days, I tried Basil Jones, Juan Ruiz. These are all inspirational speakers. I tried all of them. Nothing was clicking. I even tried a good lady. Amnesia still around. So I thought, I think nothing is better than if I spoke my heart. What I've been honored today is all about the real philosophy of the heart. And it all started exactly the way. I was losing my sight and I needed some answers to what was happening. And these are the common questions that people like us going through this phase of life usually have these questions. Why me? Why not this? Why not that? How? And all these questions were there. I wanted to overcome them. And I thought I had prepared for all this because I was told this situation that I will be facing in a couple of years. But it hit me much earlier than it was expected. So it was difficult. I thought I had accepted, but the reality was too big, was too bigger than the fact that I had accepted. So I needed some answers. So the first philosophy that came to my mind, into my heart, was my parents, my dad always overlooking me from the heavens, my mom, Your Excellency, you just met her. These are the powerhouses. And I believe one thing, it was not their fault. And if I went down, it was like making them miserable, more miserable than myself. So it was not any of their fault. I had to stand up strong and prove that nothing is wrong and we'll all make it through. My wife was also there, young. I had a little kid, Janki, that you just heard, always around, happy and all. This was the thought that I cannot leave or let these people down by just sheer having not got the strength. So I had to gather all the strength, go out there to get some answers about how I was going to overcome this. I didn't know. I didn't have any way. I didn't have any special theory. But this was the time when I invoked the grace of the Lord. And He showed me the way out. When I went out there looking for, I thought I was the only one because I had not met any other visually challenged persons from our community or around. So I thought, was I the only one? And I went to look out. And I met not one, but many, many wonderful people. And I truly, since then, started believing that yes, truly God is there and He loves me. And He's given me strength since. Like as we know, for little things, like I was very particular about my shoes, the way I would dress, the colors, my food, I'm a foodie person and I like Garoga. Your Excellency, next time we do a Garoga. I'm a very foodie person. And, you know, when I was out there, all the complaints that were in my mind, like they all started coming out. I saw a person and I was complaining about my shoe that evening and he didn't have legs. So what was I complaining about? Lord has blessed me with good 2 legs, arms, good brain. So what was I complaining about? The school next door that you heard, Your Excellency, was another eye-opener for me. As a foodie person, a delay of food for a little few minutes, you know, I would go aging. No salt, or less salt and more salt. And when I went to the school, Your Excellency, what I saw and experienced, young girl from her class 3 or 4. She had just fainted when I was there. I had a visit to the school. And after a little while, the head teacher came around and I asked her, what happened? So she told me that the last time she had her meal was 2 days ago. So I was like, what am I complaining? I have food in the house that may last for months. And here are people that I have actually no words to express and say, to talk about the condition, but with little few words that I'm trying to express what I felt then. And this was what, even before I knew, I was already in the service. I had already started. That feeling in the heart was already there. I had actually forgotten even for what, and the reasons and the answers that I was out there looking for, the answers are already there. But now, my activity had gone beyond. I started serving the same people. We formed groups. We formed our club, our good club, Lions Club of Nairobi, Guru, which was chartered just about 7 years ago by my mentor, none other than Dr. Manoj and Manila Dodia. These are my guiding lions. And I just went to ask Dr. Shah that which club can I join and serve and do these activities that I wanted. He heard me for a few minutes and he told me, you don't need to join any club. Why don't you form your own? He had that kind of confidence in me. And since then, we've been moving on and on. And all the activities that we've been doing, a few have been mentioned. Everybody has the leaflets on the table. I won't be going through all the details. We've been doing feeding programs. We're working with the blind, advocacy, inspiration. We are doing the white can projects. We are doing the Open Grade, the readings, and quite a number of all of them. There was one question that I also came across when I was really down, and I actually went in for a discourse. And my guru, Swami Swarupananda, was delivering the discourse. I'd like to share this with everyone, and it was just mentioned a few minutes ago here by Your Excellency. This is an event out of a very famous scripture of ours, Ramayana. Bhagwan Shri Ram, when he was in the forest and his beautiful wife, Goddess Sita, was kidnapped by this, the villain of the scripture, Ravan, and kidnapped her and taken across Indian Ocean to Lanka. At that moment, his dearest devotee, Hanumanji, was looking for her. Everybody, the whole army was looking for her. So the message came through. The GPS beam was already received by Hanumanji that she's across the oceans. But now he was confused. How do I get across on the other side? And he had forgotten everything, the strengths that he had, because he was cursed. When he was a young child, he was cursed by a saint because he was up to a few mischiefs then, and he had forgotten all about his strength. So the saint had cursed him and told him that you will forget all your strengths and you will remember the day a holy man is going to remind you of your strengths. The holy man to Hanumanji came in the appearance of Jamwan, and he reminded you of his strengths, that you are capable of doing A, B, C, and all this. That event and that paragraph hit me so well that yes, are we not all cursed? We are cursed with our egos, we are cursed with our ignorances, and that is what is holding us actually back. So this, the reality hit me and opened my eyes and told me that yes, you have the strength to do anything, but you just have to wish that. And the God of grace, the grace of the Lord is there with you. And I truly believe it is there. My friend and partner in service, we always see it sometimes when we are looking at our accounts, and we sometimes go down and our coffers are almost empty. Probably we will have funds for maybe a month. So he's worried, and he always asks, Manoj, you have some plans for this? I said, yeah, let's think about how we do the next fundraiser. And this is grace, Your Excellency, we always witness. A phone call rings immediately at that time. Manoj, what are you doing? Nothing, looking for some funds. Here, take a check. How much you need? Your Excellency, we truly believe, and my partner can confirm, Hiran Bhai, kindly, if you can stand up wherever you are. And like that, we believe that grace is there. We just need to invoke. No single man can just make a difference, but that grace has to be there. But we need to ask for it. I'm glad, and I say that yes, I'm blessed. God has chosen me. And again, the strength that you heard about our cycling event that we did 100 kilometers. That strength was none other than my younger brother, Rupen. Where are you? Kindly stand up. He's the guy who told me, yeah, you can cycle. I asked him again, are you sure? He says, yes, we'll get you a tandem and we'll push. No problem, you cycle. He's a cyclist himself. He does just a few kilometers, maybe 200 a day or maybe 150 a day. Or when he's in a good mood. So thank you. Mehul, again, business. When I tell people that yes, I'm working, they don't believe. They say, what? What do you do? I say, I do everything. And my younger brother Mehul is always there for me. Where are you? Thank you. And my mom, of course, you met Your Excellency. Mom, thank you again. These are all the powerhouses that keep powering me. And of course, how could I have forgotten her? The reason why I am standing. One time when I was really down, and she said, no, nothing doing. You have to move on. People depend, you have to move. So thank you. And with those few words, I thank you again, everyone, for being here today for me and looking forward to support. And Your Excellency, the degree that has been conferred upon me, I pledge that we will not let you down. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And if I could make an announcement, this is our first visually impaired doctorate degree in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, Put your hands together once again for Dr. Manoj Pattni, a true icon. It's time to introduce our second candidate for the Conferment of Humanities degree. We have with us two individuals who are always inspired by her dedication and devotion to philanthropic work, and are very proud to call the Wonder Woman Mom. Please welcome on stage her children, Rochelle and Junkie, to introduce our second candidate for conferment, Shaina Shah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. I, Rashid Shah.
I, Janki Shah, are very proud today as we have gathered here this evening to witness the conferment of Honorary Doctorate of Humanities degree by the United Graduate College and Seminary International to someone who has touched the lives of many. No amount of words can describe how Shaina Shah has always assisted anyone who is in need. This makes her very special. She has been serving the society for decades, and no sort of obstacle can stop her zeal. She is a family person and always makes time for her family. Her hobbies are to assist the less fortunate, reading, watching documentaries, and her biggest passion is singing. She has won several singing competitions, whilst also conducted competitions.
She had previously served as a trustee and chairperson of Osho Youth League, committee member of Osho Education and Relief Board, and on the committee of Osho Jain Primary School. She is currently serving as the chairperson of the Senior Social Committee of the Social Community, the Honorable Secretary of Jain Social Group Nairobi, and has assisted in several charity projects of international institutes. Academically, she has achieved a Master of Business Administration in Operations and Management.
Now we can go on and on about talking her hobbies, passion, achievements, and the excellent service she's still giving to the society. But I was told that the function has to finish by the evening. We are very proud, and this is great pleasure for us to introduce our mother who is receiving the distinguished award today. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Shaina Shah. We love you very much.
Can I please request Shaina Shah, Satyan Shah, His Excellency, Dr. Manilal Dodia, and Dr. Manoj Shah to please come up in the front.
And yes, we will place the doctorate hat on Dr. Shaw.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, the golden moment has arrived where Shaina Shah, Dr. Shaina Shah will be presented with her doctorate by none other than His Excellency Professor Sir Clyde Rivers. And as I read out the citation earlier on, I would not like to read it in its total entirety, but just as a ritual, I will read a portion of that. The United Graduate College and Seminary International hereby confers upon Shaina Satyan Shah the honorary degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Humanities, and it has been signed by none other than the Chancellor, His Excellency Professor Sir Clyde Rivers. I would like to request Shaina to repeat after me the oath of conferment. I, Shaina Shah,
I, Shaina Shah,
hereby accept this
hereby accept this
honorary doctorate
honorary doctorate
conferred upon me.
conferred upon me.
I solemnly pledge
that
I shall strive hard
to live up to this
standard of excellence, elevate the mind,
to elevate the mind,
strengthen character,
strengthen character,
and to serve mankind
and
and my country
the best of my ability.
with the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, we present
Can I please call upon Rochelle and Jackie to please join Amam Muscari? Can I please call upon China's family to come and congratulate her and take a photo with her? Thank you, everyone. You can take your seat. Let me once again take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. China Shah on this conferment, and we wish her all the best in her future endeavors. And now it gives me a great pleasure to invite her on the podium to give us her address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency, Sir Professor Clyde Rivers, thank you so much for coming over and honoring us with this doctorate. Thank you. You know, my children were very nervous and they've left it here for me as well. I feel very, very honored and proud today to stand in front of all of you for my conferment of Honorary Doctorate of Humanities degree by the United Graduate College and Seminary International. Thank you, His Excellency Professor Clyde Rivers, once again. I am very, very grateful to the Almighty for bestowing this achievement on me. It would not have happened. My parents, Mr. Harakchand L. Chandaria and Mrs. Savita Ben Harakchand Chandaria, I am so, so proud to be your daughter, and thank you for teaching me, loving me, motivating me. You both have been very motivational. I take after my father, who has been serving the less fortunate throughout his life. Both of you are my heroes. Thank you.
Shaina, you can just, can I request that table at the back to talk quietly or to go outside, please? Thank you.
My very special person in my life, my mother-in-law, Mrs. Narabdaben Nangpal Shah, has come out of the house for the first time in 2.5 years because she's having difficulty walking, but she's made a point to attend this function. The last one she attended was my son's wedding. Thank you, Ba, for blessing me and for my achievement today. The people who are all Gujaratis here, I'll explain to you later. એને દુખા લીધા એના કોઈ દિવસ વાગે નહીં પણ આજે બતાવાય. I got a blessing, Professor, sir. I got a blessing. When you touch the elders' feet, they take that and they press it over the forehead. And if they cling, you are blessed. If they don't, she doesn't like me, but they did. My brother, Priyesh, blessing me. From wherever he is. He would have been very proud today, but I know he still is wherever he is. All my beautiful sisters, Anju, Bittu, Hina, Ashna, and my beautiful sisters-in-law, Usha, Rekha, Meena, and Chani. Thank you all for being there for me always. My very, very personal gratitude to my brother-in-law, Pallu, Anju, Jay, Rutu, and Mir, and of course, baby Tilana. Thank you for looking after our parents 24 hours, day in, day out. Pankaj, Bitu, Ashu, Bhavan, Ryan, baby Amira, who's come to witness my occasion. Thank you, baby. And baby Tilana, thank you very much. She wouldn't come because this was her sleep time. She had asked me to change the time, but I couldn't. She's only 10 months old. Mona, Tia, Bhavan, Bhavesh, and Laina, thank you for being here. I have a very multi-talented sister-in-law who just came to give me a bouquet of orchids. She can cook wonderful, draw wonderful, paint wonderful, stitch wonderful, knit wonderful, you name it, and she participates in everything and very, very active in everything that she does. She's none other than my blue-eyed Rekha Ben, who can also not see. Thank you, Rekha Ben. My extended family, my brother-in-law was in place of my father-in-law, Jitubai, Vintababe, my sister-in-law. Thank you for your blessings from the day they heard this news. Your support, your guidance, and the children's happiness for me, Pinku, Kratish, Zinal, Anna, and Rihan. You're so far away in the USA, but so near and close to my heart. My children, Rushil and Janki, my darlings, my life revolves around you. I do a lot of social work, and I'm very happy. Actually, this hat was just the right fitting, but in 2 days, my head is grown slightly big. I have my chairman of the Vista Social Community, very young, dynamic chairman, Mr. Jinit Shah. Next to him is Bindi Ben Shah, who has always guided me throughout my social career. We have Mr. Moti Chandodia, who scolds me while teasing me and tells me off and then trains me and then praises me in public. Thank you, Moti Chandbai. He's the trustee of Jain Social Group. We have another mentor, Mr. Gaurav Bhai Parekh, who is the chairman of Jain Social Group, Nairobi, and very professional. And it's a yes or a no from him whenever we suggest any projects. There's no two ways about it. I would also like to thank our youngest Dr. Soyam Shah, so beautiful, so humble, and she assists in every possible way she can. She makes herself always available. Thank you, Soyam, Dr. Soyam Shah. I have a mentor here, Dr. Manoj Shah. Sorry, Manoj, my this head is just. Dr. Manoj Shah, who has been so inspirational, who has always guided me. He's a very positive man, Anything that you suggest to him, there's an answer straight away. Let me work on it. He comes back to you, whichever part of the world he is, professor, he'll make sure he communicates and sorts you out. He is a wonderful man. I must tell you, everyone, I must tell you something. Being such an honored person, dignitary that he is, I will tell you something. In the last 2 years, I've learned so much from him. Last year, when the COVID struck, at the hospital where he is the chairman and I am a manager, we did not have diesel. And the hospital was full of patients with COVID patients, and we had to have diesel to run the boilers. All our staff gave up. They all gave up. And I had to call him on a Sunday morning at 6:30 in the morning, we don't have diesel. In 15 minutes, he made trucks load full of diesel available for us. Just tell somebody to wait there, they're all on it. That's how down to earth this gentleman is. And I learned so much from him that everything is possible. Last year, when so many, it struck even further, COVID. We had the hospitals full, we did not have people, we did not have any rooms, we could not do anything. We would call him, there was no oxygen in the country. Without oxygen, all COVID patients were dying, and badly. He made arrangements at 2 o'clock in the morning for me to contact people and contact all the suppliers, call this person, call that gentleman. In 12 hours, we had our oxygen cylinders full. Thank you. That's the greatness of this gentleman who's always helped us out. Thank you, Dr. Manoj. We have Dr. Manilal Dodia. As I told you, Professor, upstairs, he's only asked me to be patient and continue doing your work. Even right now, when I was invited, he told me, go easy. Speak very slowly, speak very softly. That's my guide from Dr. Manilal Dodia. Is ever so supportive. Thank you so much. This gentleman who's not here, who was unable to come today, Dr. Shanti Shah, who has actually seen he's seen me working and doing social work from a teenager. And in agreement with him is Dr. Manoj Shah, who have agreed. And you have come and selected me and confer me with this doctorate. Thank you all so much. I will not be accepted at home if I don't introduce the gentleman who looks after me. Mr. Satyan Shah, he is not my better half, he is my bestest half, who is my biggest critic, and I take it as a challenge, and he brings out the best in me. And he's now learned that trick about me, that he just throws the challenge and he criticizes, and I make sure it's performed to my best. He is born, I'll tell you also why I married him. He is a born electrician, plumber, carpenter, designer, and a tailor. So I would not have to spend so much money. Thank you for saving so much money, but I'll spend it. I want to thank everyone. If I've left everyone out, all of you are very important. I'm so happy to see my colleagues here. Riaz Sharif, Kalpana Raitata, Payal Doshi. I know Roshni was here, but she had to leave. And my other children, Kavit, Vinita, and all of you. Thank you all so much, and thank you for listening to me patiently. I have now got to leave to adjust this head on my head. Thank you all very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together once again.
can see, I love the mic here. I'll only take half a minute. Without consulting my family or my husband, I would like to pledge 51,000 shillings to Dr. Manoj Shah's feeding program.
Well, China, that is incredible and the best blessing you could give. Thank you so much. Before we move on, I would like to recognize a special person. For those of you who do not know, I am the ambassador for Challenge Champions and Heroes. And this is a program we have where not only do we acknowledge and appreciate the Challenge Champions, but also their heroes, their caretakers, who are actually their true heroes. And there was one little girl, not so little anymore, who is a true depiction of her father. She spoke very humbly, but that's just a little of what she does. Learning from her father over the years, she has helped and trained many people on how to take care and appreciate all the special needs. It's just a few things about how she talked about how she helps out in the school. She also works with the Kilimanjaro Blind Trust and all the blind organizations we have here. She has care and takes care of all the blind children that we have, and most importantly, anyone and everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call upon Janki Pattni to please be honored with the Challenge Champions and Heroes Special Needs Leo Leadership Pin. Her father also got the Challenge Champions Award last year as one of our heroes. Janki, please come on stage, and please can I call Professor Clyde Rivers to please put this on Janki.
Thank you for being an example of service. It's been like Shabbat Zoo every day. Thank you so much.
Dr. Rivers, before you take your seat, may I please call upon you for a few words?
Yes, it's so interesting that all the work we do around the world, Dr. Manoj Shah helped inspire us to establish a new degree. We've created an honorary doctorate of philanthropy. And Dr. Shah, he'll put together a curriculum that will help us bring the philanthropic spirit around the world. So he is our first recipient in the entire world of an honorary doctorate in philanthropy, Dr. Manoj Shah.
Congratulations once again, Dr. Shah. A very, very joyous occasion for the entire Pattni and Shah families. And it would be my pleasure to call upon the Iron Lady, Varsha Pattni and Parth Pattni for their felicitations.
Chief Chancellor, Professor Library Girls, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. Today is a very special day for me and for my family. I'm very proud moment that Dr. Manoj Pattni, now I can't call him Manoj. I'm very blessed that he is my better half. Even with his challenges, he has achieved great status today. Many people ask me this couple of questions. What does Manoj do whole day? Does he stay home? How does he pass his time? This makes me laugh inside to tell them that he is always working from 9 to 6, managing our family business with support of the family. About passing time, does he really even have time between his business and community service? Sometimes even I have to ask him for little time. Sometimes when we go out, people sometimes they don't realize that he is visually impaired. As we walk, either I'm holding his hand or hanging on his arm to guide him. People think, what a lovely romantic couple. But they don't know. Sometimes we are in arguments. These are a lot of such funny incidents happens in our life that if I talk about all night long, won't be enough today. Today, on this special day, I want to thank all my family members, all our friends, relatives. This wouldn't have been possible without their support and love. So very big thank you to each and everyone who has been a great part of this occasion. And thanks again to Manoj Shah, His Excellency, Sir Federer, Dr. Manila Todia, Dr. Shainabe. Thank you everyone once again. Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Chief Chancellor, faculties. As the nephew and the favorite child of the house, it is my pleasant privilege to speak a few words on the inauguration of Honorary Doctorate of Humanities degree for my uncle, Mr. Manoj Pattni. It is a very proud moment for all of us as you receive this rare award for your hard work and dedication. To get to know him a bit better, my relationship with Manoj Papa is a mix of a father, an uncle, and a friend. I've got the opportunity of sharing a lot of time with him from a young age. He has pushed me into various fields of study, and today we often talk about the most diverse subjects on a day-to-day basis, be it science, religion, technology, psychology, history, music, or just cause. He's always been a very intellectual man and loves to have meaningful conversations with anyone he meets. He's one person I can discuss anything and everything with without the fear of being judged, no matter how silly my questions are, which is 90% of the time. And that's the beauty about him. He can engage on a full-on conversation with a 3-year-old, 16-year-old, 30-year-old, or 8-year-old. He just adapts. Speaking of adaptation, the world right now, as we know it, is rapidly changing into what we call the 5G era, With our large screens and automation, social media, ease of access to information, we are all smart with the touch of a button. But Manoj Papa foresaw this change 15 years ago when we were still using our keypad Nokia phones. He started researching on voice-over technology for phones so that he's kept up to date. And look at him today. He's using his iPhone to make phone calls, answer emails, does his own research, listens to music without the help of anyone. This is the zeal and fire in the belly Manoj Papa runs on a daily basis. And the same applies to his dedication on humanitarian grounds. The compassion he shows to the people he serves is an inspiration for us all. I've noticed how he treats everyone with respect and kindness, no matter how or what the situation is. And especially during the last 2 years, in unprecedented times, we all know how stressful it can be for the people who find themselves in need of service. And today, his words and actions have gone a long way towards helping the underprivileged and keeping their dignity. We as a family are very proud and glad that today your work has not gone unnoticed. This award is one of the most prestigious awards and very respectable in the present day to give proper respect to a person for their hard work and dedication. By receiving this award, you have proved that determination and passion for work can bring you some great reward and fulfillment. You have always inspired us through your honesty while handling projects and have been a role model to all of us in the family and everyone else that has had the privilege to know you. We are all happy and thrilled to see you receiving this award, and we know that you will continue doing this to your utmost. We will continue to do this to offer great service to your society. I speak this for everyone in the room. Your great achievement has made your family and friends really, really proud and happy for you. Congratulations, and we now wait for the after party. Thank you.
Thank you, Varsha and Parth. I'm sure Dr. Manoj is just so happy to have both of you and your family in his life. Speaking of life, I would now like to call upon Dr. Shaina's love of her life to please come and address us. Satyan Shah.
First of all, I was told that I'm a carpenter, electrician, and let me tell you, Shaina has done a little bit of a mistake. That's what people think, but she never made that mistake. Let me mend it now and show you something which she had done purposely when she told that her brother is not around. The siblings, that is Minal and Kevin. Please, can you rise? Please. This is what we call mending as a carpenter and electrician. I'm not a physical carpenter or an electrician, but I know how to manipulate and get things right. That is what I have done, and this was my purpose. It's not that I did it purposely. Thank you so much. Okay, today I have been given a very hard task about Shaina. For me, we always, I would say, critique each other. And at one time, sometimes we have to fight over who is the best critic. And she always wins, because before she starts talking, I'm already dozed off. That is what Dr. Manoj Pattni told just a few minutes back. That what is wife? Those who have not got married here should get the example. And those who have, there's no option. They have to accept it. Now let me introduce Shaina as I've been given this token, or very hard task, I would say. Shaina is a wonderful human being. For her, family means her world. Her education, qualifications, and experience she has acquired over the years, this step her professional identity. Shaina is a very religious person and participates in various religious activities. Shaina is ever willing to help and assist everyone and anyone who needs help in whichever way she can. Shaina is a born learner and learns something almost on an everyday basis. She loves being with people, especially the children and elderly. Shaina has a motivational slogan which she has maybe shared with some of the people, near and dear ones, and I would say the most near and near ones are two people, that is Anju and Rekha. I don't know whether they've been shared with this information, but our slogan is, we were looked after as children and teenagers. Therefore, we should not forget to look after the forgotten. That is the elderly people, as we need to be looked after when we reach of the age of the elderly. As Shaina believes, what you give is what you get. Thank you for being my partner in life, soul, and being there for me always. On a lighter note, if any family member coughs in the house, has a headache or a mild fever, she becomes an active doctor, which she got professionally today, but that is a Juakali doctor, I would say, will come, carry any medicine available, get instant relief to a family member. And we have got a very good pharmacist who is, I would call my son, and at even midnight, he will deliver the medicines to me. And that is none other than Kavit. Can you please rise up? Shaina has always accepted challenges to be professional, personal, or social. Shaina ensures that she completes the tasks with utmost diligence. Shaina's respect for all religions, whether Hinduism, Christianity, Islamic, she will visit temple, church, mosque, and she believes there is only one God. Shaina's care and respect of all species is just an unbelievable. Her respect is irrespective of the position she holds in the society. Her day starts by feeding the stray birds. She will only give her food. She will only have her food before she. She will only have her food after every member of the house has had their meal. But unfortunately, in the morning, the tea which I make for her, she has it. And which I'm sure many people are having that same thing. On the lighter note again, just yesterday, whilst we were going through the program, Shaina received a call from a patient's family member who was admitted at Pisha Hospital. She kept everything on hold until she assisted in sorting out the patient's issue. I can go on and on about Shaina, but we do not need to continue and complete today's great event. And finally, on behalf of the family, I would like to thank each and everyone who has made time in the busy schedule to attend the function. Thank you all for joining us this evening. And last but not the least, there are two ladies here who I never knew about them. After meeting them once, twice, they have been an instrumental, we call Mela Mandal, but they are the trustees, and the perspective they have is not to torture the man, but to torture more and more, so they get the more effect as a Mela Mandal. But today, we are only 50-50 equally. So please, as a Mela Mandal representative, let's unite and work together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Satyan. Ladies and gentlemen, action speaks louder than words. And true to that statement, Dr. Manoj Pattni and Dr. Shaina Shah are true depictions of this and an inspiration to all of us. I would like to ask you to all please give them a standing ovation. I would now like to call upon Radha, Janki, and Versha to please give Dr. Rivers a present token of your appreciation. Dr. Rivers please stay there? And can I please ask? Thank you. Can I please ask Dr. Shaina and Satyan to please come forward and present Dr. Rivers a token of appreciation. Dr. Rivers, please stay there 1 minute. Wersha would like to show you the gift that she's presenting to you.
Wow. Look at this. This is. I like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. As we conclude this most memorable ceremony, I would like to invite on stage one of the youngest members present here this evening. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Manilal Todia to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. His Excellency Professor Sir Clyde Rivers, the Chief Chancellor of United Graduate College and Seminary, Dr. Manoj, the Commissioner for International Standards, alumni of the United Graduate College, honored personalities, distinguished guests, all observed. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to say a word of thanks. I'd like to share a quote. To really change the world, we have to help people change the way they see things. Global betterment is a mental process, not one that requires huge sums of authority. Change has to be psychological. So if you want to see real change, stay persistent in educating humanity on that and make it different. Don't only strive to be the change you want to see in the world, but also help those around you to see the world through commonalities, to help with the heart so that they want to change with you. This is how humanity will evolve. Evolve the world. The language of the heart is mankind's main common language. So please be kind. I wish to express our grateful thanks foremost to the Chief Chancellor, Professor Sir Clyde Rivers, for traveling all the way from the United States to be here with us. I wish to thank the University Council of United Graduate College to come over and honor these two personalities, great dynamic personalities that you saw, who are leaders in their own rights, making the change to this world. Dr. Manoj Pattni and Dr. Shine. Change is inevitable. Let's cherish the change. My sincere thanks go to Dr. Manoj Shah, the Commissioner for International Standards, our jewel, for his dynamic leadership, a great personality who keeps inspiring many with high dreams to serve the people of Kenya and beyond throughout the world, and for his lovely words of wisdom, inspiration, encouragement, and for gracing this occasion. I'd like to thank His Excellency Professor Sir Clyde Rivers, the Chief Chancellor, for his magical journey of I Change Nations to support this initiative of I Change Nations. Thank you for appointing me and Dr. Manoj Shah as the ambassadors and patrons. We shall endeavor to work with you for the change for tomorrow. My special thanks go to entire families of Dr. Manoj Pattni and Dr. Shine, two dynamic leaders who have been conferred with this most prestigious doctorate, very supported them throughout to take where they are today. I wish to thank all the alumni and each and every one of you in the audience here for spending your most valuable time to be with us to grace this great auspicious occasion. I'd like to thank the organizing team members for making the superb arrangements for the gracious event this evening. The families of Manoj Pattni, the families of Shaina Shah, they are indeed very grateful to you. I wish to also congratulate and compliment Dr. Manoj Pattni and Shaina Shah on this occasion for being awarded the most distinguished honorary doctorate, which you all very much deserve for your continuous commitment to serve the people of Kenya and beyond. You are great because you keep raising the bar for every opportunity to remain ahead. For Manoj Pattni and Shaina, these are not given to you, these are earned by yourself. We are indeed very proud of you. And let's close with a quote: the power of human empathy, leading collective action, saves lives and frees prisoners, ordinary people whose personal well-being and security are assured, join together in huge numbers to save people they do not know and will never meet, unlike any other creature on this planet. Humans can learn and understand without having experienced. They can think themselves into other people's places. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to make it better, both by J.K. Rowling. Thank you all. God bless you. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we close this session, I would like to ask Dr. Manoj Pattni to say a few words.
Your Excellency, sir, I'd just like to acknowledge the presence of my three elders. In the absence of my father, they have never let me feel that, and they have always been there for me and guiding me all the way from Mombasa. Kishore Lala, kindly be upstanding. Our trustee and leader, Govind Mama. Immediate past chair and President Alliance Guru Vijay Mama. These are my three elders who have always been guiding me. Thank you. And also I'd like to thank Soyam from the bottom of my heart. She's always been helping throughout this event. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the official part of this evening's program. Please take your time to congratulate Dr. Manoj Pattni and Dr. Shaina Shah on their conferment. I would now like to ask our Commissioner, Dr. Manoj Shah, to adjourn the ceremony.
Thank you very much, Dr. Soyam. And before I officially close the university portion of this conferment ceremony, I would like all of you to put your hands together for the outstanding work that Soyam has done. Dr. Soyam has done this evening. Thank you, Dr. Soyam. With that, as the Commissioner for International Standards representing the Chancellor, His Excellency Sir Clyde Rivers, I now hereby declare this graduation ceremony officially closed. Thank you all and wish you a lovely evening.
Have a wonderful evening, enjoy the food, and of course, spend time and congratulate our graduates. Thank you and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I request you please to give both our doctors just a few minutes so they can take their respective positions. Dr. Shaina will go to the right and Dr. Manoj will go to the left. Sorry, Dr. Shaina will go to the left, my left, and Manoj will go to my right. So all those who want to greet Manoj can go on the right. All those who want to wish Shaina, go to the left and make sure as you greet them to take the golden moment photograph. Thank you all.
today's event. Thank you everyone for watching.